Welcome back, guys. Thank you all for tuning into another video. This is episode 340. All right. We've been noticing a lot of you have not been jumping over and subscribing to that vlog channel.
Literally none of you. So,
Just
oops.
say no.
It's okay. We forgive you.
Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. But we think you should.
Weren't you looking at the analytics and it was like mostly Americans, which is shocking?
Yeah, a lot of the traffic going there is not.
What the fuck?
Is from just the search page or whatever. Like
I don't know.
from the homepage.
Anyway.
But okay.
Back
so
to the video.
I hope you all are doing well. Hope everything's going okay with you guys.
Let us know what you're hearing about us, because this is like the world revolves around us because we're Americans. So
Exactly.
let us know what you've heard this week.
All right. So this
I'm
is
kidding.
this episode.
Sorry.
This episode is brought to you by. No, I'm just kidding.
Las Vegas.
Yeah. So this video is called "Las Vegas is a Warning for America." It's by Established Context. That's the name of
I
the.
can't imagine what Las Vegas has to share with the rest of the country.
That's the name of the channel. I mean, like to have a good time and go gamble your money away.
Las Vegas is a social experiment. This is like not a real place.
Vegas, remember we had when we went to Signal World, also on our blog.
You would know that.
Yeah. So we had a driver and he was talking about like the come up of Vegas, but it was built by the mob. Vegas was built by the mob and other stuff like that. And Howard Hughes had a lot of money in it too.
Or so he says.
Yeah.
But for anyone who doesn't know, Vegas is just this like plot of, I don't even know, like a city in Nevada in the middle of the desert. They just plopped a whole area where everyone can go visit to gamble. It's kind of like a tourist trap. There is suburban areas around there, but people go there to party.
Walk around with alcohol everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would think people thought it was like another planet because there's that saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
It is fun, but even since we turned 21 and we started going there and stuff, it's gotten way more expensive and a lot less people are going.
It's always been expensive, but I think once you're an adult, you realize how expensive it is.
Also, yeah. But let's see what this person has to say about Las Vegas as a warning for America.
Take a look at this headline from the New York Post. Las Vegas tourism is sinking, and younger Americans could be to blame.
Yeah, blame us.
This is really interesting, and I want to explain why. But I also want to show you this poll from News 3 Las Vegas, where viewers said overwhelmingly that Las Vegas is just too expensive to visit now. So what's actually happening? Well, Las Vegas is seeing some pretty steep declines. Tourism is down more than 11% year over year. Hotel occupancy is declining as well. And as a result, the local economy, which depends almost entirely on visitors spending money, is really starting to feel it.
Vegas's hospitality workers aren't making as much money as they anticipated because there are fewer tourists.
A lot of tip workers are saying that their earnings are down by as much as half this year.
Shit.
But instead of asking why people aren't...
I mean, people can't afford to go out and do things anymore, barely.
I wouldn't call Vegas a luxury, but it definitely isn't something that you go to relax.
Yeah.
Or to, like a vacation. You go there to party and that's it. So if people can't party for a reasonable price, they're not. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Sadly.
Priorities are changing.
Coming, or whether the city has simply priced them out. Headlines like this go straight to blaming younger people. Not the billion-dollar companies that run the Vegas Strip.
That's how it always is.
Revenues over
That's how it always is. They always blame either the young people don't want to do this or they don't know.
How dare these young people who will never afford a house not go blow all their money in Vegas?
Yeah.
The past few years, not the fact that young people can't afford homes, rent, healthcare, and are lucky to even get a job once they're out of college. No, they don't do any of that because it's easier to shame them for not spending enough money than it is to ask why they don't have money in the first place. And this isn't about any one article in particular. This kind of blame the consumer narrative shows up constantly. In fact, the LA Times blamed Vegas's recent decline on California residents going less. But what matters more here is why people are pulling back and how the rising costs are clearly changing behavior. First, it's important to establish the economic impact of tourism in Las Vegas. In 2024 alone, visitors spent over $55 billion there. But when you factor in the ripple effects from that, like the money spent by the businesses that serve those tourists and the wages paid to the workers who then spend their paychecks locally, the total economic impact balloons to nearly $88 billion. In June of this year, Vegas saw just 3.1 million visitors, a drop of 11.3% compared to June from the prior.
Do you think Vegas is kind of how economists could decipher whether or not our economy is going in a good or bad direction?
I think it's one way. Obviously, more people are going to go and, play with money if they have more disposable money. If they have
even this is a tourist hotspot from what I've been told. California for sure is. But I'm saying, like, there are people who will come. I'm not saying they will only go to Vegas. I'm saying they make a priority to stop there when they're visiting the West Coast, just because it's just Vegas. One of those places you really can't believe until you see it.
100%. I mean, it is an iconic place. Like, if you've seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and all these other things, like, it's iconic. It is. But then it seems like it's been going down a bit, downhill.
We haven't been there in like 3 or 4 years though.
It's been like 2 since Sick New World.
It wasn't 2. That was like 3 or 4 years ago now.
No.
Year.
I'd say 3.
Through the first half of 2025, total visitors fell by 7.3% to 19.5 million. And this was down from approximately 21 million in the first half of 2024. And every month so far in 2025, Vegas has seen year-over-year decreases for overall visitation. As a result of fewer travelers, hotel occupancy rates have also declined. Roughly 78% in June, which is down over 6% from the prior year. Average room rates have dropped as a result by 6.6%. And so far in 2025, occupancy on the Vegas Strip has posted declines in every month except January.
Damn.
Now, these declines are much worse when you start to look at international travel to Las Vegas, which we'll talk about more in a moment. But here's what's surprising. Vegas continues to profit even as visitors drop. Clark County, where Las Vegas is located, collected $1.16 billion in gambling revenue during June of this year. And this was up 3.5% from last year. Now, the state as a whole took in over $1.3 billion of gross gaming revenue during the month of June, which was also up 3.5%. So how is traffic down but revenue up? Well, there are 2 potential reasons for this. First, the big casino operators are simply charging more per customer. But second, and probably more importantly, people are starting to shift away from the Vegas Strip altogether and choosing the surrounding areas instead. This seems to be happening because these casinos are offering cheaper prices than what the Strip.
They're saying casinos off of the Strip because, I forget that there are casinos off the Strip. Yeah.
There's a ton, yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense, actually, why they're going away from the big names.
Yeah. I mean, I hear that hotels aren't really, like, people staying at hotels isn't the main source of income anyway. It's
the gambling.
People gambling.
Yeah, it makes sense, to be honest. But I would imagine that there's some type of system where these smaller off the Strip casinos probably win a little more because they're trying to entice more people to come.
They're also cheaper to gamble there too, the slot machines.
Is.
The Red Rock Casino's earnings call touting over $500 million in net revenue. They say that's a big deal, comparing it to last year, showing a nearly 10% growth. This while the earnings call at Caesars showed a dip in year-over-year revenue in Las Vegas, seeing a 3.7% decline for Strip properties.
Now, I mentioned that international travel was plummeting, and here's just how bad it's gotten for Vegas. Canada and Mexico are both the city's top international visitors. Traffic for Air Canada was down 13% month over month in June, but was down a whopping 33% year over year. And Aeromexico traffic was down 22% year over year.
Yo, because people are either boycotting this administration or they don't want to get fucking detained.
Well, a form of not wanting to get detained is boycotting,
I know.
But I think that has more at play than oh, it's just too expensive over there. Because it is expensive, but I mean, even the other day, I always look into like how much Vegas stuff is, because it's, you know,
it's right
a
next
skip
to us.
away from us if we ever want to just go away for a weekend. And it wasn't that much more for hotels. So, I don't know. Realistically, it seems like people would be boycotting, and for good reason.
Why is that, you might be wondering? Well, affordability plays a role, of course, but that doesn't explain these kinds of staggering drops. This is far more likely due to how the current administration is handling relationships with some of its closest allies, and how they're treating immigrants in their own country. This is all further backed up by the overall decline in tourism to the US since Trump took office.
You might not have noticed it yet, but tourism to the U.S. is on the decline. The U.S. is set to lose $12.5 billion because of it. Traveler spending here is already down 22.5%. That's from last year, and it may only get...
Man, I'm sorry, this just hit me that this is only his first year.
Holy fucking shit.
It feels like it's already been like multiple years of this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's been, what, like 7-8 months?
Worse.
So with all of this aside for a moment, remember that poll at the beginning of the video? 94% saying it's gotten too expensive to go to Vegas? Well, what does that really look like? Well, it's airport level food and beverage prices, it's hefty parking fees, hotel fees, ATM fees, fees on top of those fees or more fees. It's a money suck, plain and simple. And that's before people go there and lose a bunch of money from gambling it away. So of course people can't afford to take a vacation in 120-degree weather and blow money that they don't have.
Oh my God.
But I don't want this analysis to be misunderstood. I'm not saying fewer people going to Vegas or gambling less is a bad thing. Some would argue it's a good thing.
I could see
and
that.
honestly, when it comes to gambling less, I agree. There's also a ripple effect of economic consequences that gets spread not just through the local Vegas community, but also through the state of Nevada as a whole. But that's not what this is about. This is about what happens when an entire city is built on a business model that relies on constant spending, and that model starts to break down. Las Vegas isn't the cause of America's affordability crisis. It's a symptom of it. A place built to attract the world is now losing visitors, not just because of rising prices, but also because...
Realistically, we're in the American decline. It's happening, I think, right before our eyes. And I think Vegas is a good thing to look at and be like, it's gonna crumble, because if it's built on this, then it's gonna be one of the first things to go down. But
you mean
it's just gonna be like where no one goes anymore, and they just start shutting down casinos. It's already happening. A lot of casinos are shutting down.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any.
Hotels and casinos, the ones that are the older ones, like Flamingo and all them, they're already starting to like shut down certain parts.
I would see like Fremont Street.
Yeah, maybe. Like they just are. They don't have the revenue. Yeah.
The rest of the world is really rethinking how it views visitors.
I don't want to sound like an asshole. I think Vegas can use a little humbling, if you know what I mean. I think that they could take a hit as far as some of the casinos out there. Like some of them are too fucking old.
Yeah, I get
Where it's just, a lot of bad things have happened there.
In the U.S. Some people have said that the decline in Vegas has more to do with the fact that gambling today is just far more accessible than it previously used to be. And there's definitely some validity to that, which is scary. People can gamble right on their smartphones from their couch today with things like sports betting, something that couldn't really be done the same way 10 years ago. But that also doesn't tell the whole story, of course. So what does Las Vegas become when the illusion they sell stops working? While the city was always about gambling and flashy shows, it was also about selling people on the feeling that they could step outside their reality for a weekend and live large, even if they actually weren't. The cost of that experience has clearly exceeded what Vegas currently offers. And when that illusion starts to fall apart, the instinct is always to blame the consumer. People aren't spending enough. Young people aren't gambling. International visitors just aren't coming like they used to. The reality is, it's the cost of it all. And this was not done by accident. Because behind the scenes, the companies running the Vegas Strip have spent the last decade optimizing everything. Not for joy or experience, but for profit. They've raised prices, gutted perks, cut labor where they could, and turn.
Yeah, but with somewhere like Vegas, you kind of like, you know that going into it. You know that this is like a money grab. It's not like for you to just like, you know, have happy feelings and have a good time without.
Yeah,
like
you're not visiting like a historical site.
Yeah, all these all these casinos are businesses, and they just care about your money. It's a reality of it.
What used to be a destination into a machine designed to extract as much money as possible from every single person who comes into the city limits. It's not that people suddenly hate Vegas. It's that the version people love doesn't really exist anymore. And the people responsible for that shift are the ones at the top, making decisions that prioritize quarterly earnings over everything else. It's just
that mentality is our whole nation, and that's why we are where we are today and where we're heading, is because of that mentality.
Just one more example of greed being pushed too far, and it might be a canary in the coal mine for the broader US economy as a whole. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about why state governments love to tax hope, well, I covered it here in one of my most recent videos about the lottery. Please check it out next. Thanks for watching.
Anyway,
cool. I like the guy. Yeah, he explained everything well, and he had a good video. So go follow him. Established Context. I always put the original down below because we real ones. All right.
I don't know. I get mixed feelings because I'm like, I feel like Vegas is one of the few places that could get away with overcharging, or because you're not missing much. If you go there, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to go, you're going to spend a lot of money. You're probably going to regret spending a lot of money unless you make it back by gambling and winning.
No, 100%.
Yeah, you go there to, like, genuinely go there to party, go see shows, go eat at buffets, and that's it. It's not, you know, it's nothing to write home about. So I feel like if you're going, it's not a place that I think anyone's gonna like travel to on their bucket list.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Well, some people, people, Vegas, like, my sister, she, like, her ex is from Australia, and they were so excited to go to Vegas. It's just like, Vegas, like, oh my God.
Right, but do you think that he came here specifically for Vegas? Or
no,
he came
it was
here
just,
and
like,
then he was like, oh, Vegas would be sick?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think many people are, that's like, I'm sure there's going to be like 1% of people that feel that
I get what you're saying.
But
I get what you're saying.
Think
it's not like the main thing that they're like.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
it's like when you go to like Miami, people are going to go, I'm not comparing Vegas and Miami, but like the reasonings kind of are similar.
Yeah.
I know
you go to party.
If somebody is saying, oh, I'm going to Miami for the weekend, you know, they're going for a certain experience, and it's not historical experience, or
I mean, could be.
I don't think it is.
Little Havana, it's like Cuba. You can see some like cool history.
Okay.
Right, anyway,
forget it.
sorry.
I think you know what I'm talking
I
about.
do.
People are going to
party
it the fuck up.
I get it.
Which I don't blame you. Like, that's what those places, you know, attract. And
yeah. That's what their economy is. But I think the bigger point is like what you were saying, that this isn't like their destination or whatever, but the economy and the people who are Las Vegas like natives rely on this income.
I 1000% agree. But when the foundation is like allegedly mafia casinos, that's not sustainable. You know?
And I think we're witnessing the start of the collapse of it.
And that's why there is a lot of low-income communities in Vegas too.
Yeah.
It's because of what you just said. They rely on this.
It's true.
But when you're relying on people to come and make stupid mistakes, it's not gonna, you know, it's gonna ebb and flow. It's gonna come and go and whatever. I'm not an economist. Like, sure, that was fucking obvious. In my adult life, it has always been like this. So, and I know I'm only 30. I had no conception of how affordable Vegas was when I was a kid and my mom would go. Like, I don't remember.
It's probably gone up a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure it has. But yeah, I just want to know when that shift happened. I mean, I remember I started going as an adult when EDC moved over there when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I couldn't even drink then. And I always thought, like, maybe that was kind of like the downfall, honestly, like electronic.
What year was that?
Because 2011, I want to say. 2011 or 2012, because around that time is when electronic music, like these huge DJs would come in. And in my brain, I'm like, oh, this is, if anything, boosting the economy
For
here.
sure. EDC probably brought a ton of money to them.
It does, still. So that's why I'm like, oh, how are we doing so
Bad.
Well, I guess once you offer something such as those experiences, you could exploit and you could increase everything and make it somewhere where, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
It does.
I don't know.
It does. To an extent. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. Leave your opinions in the comments below, and let us know if you can even gamble where you guys are from. I don't know if that's how legal that is throughout Europe and other
It's also funny
places.
because in Nevada, you can't, outside of Vegas, you can't like play the lottery.
Really?
Yeah. It's not legal there. They don't have it.
Interesting. All right. Well, likes, comment, subscribe, please. Jump over to our blog channel, and we'll see you on the next one.